Prospero desperately wants a happy and safe life for Miranda. So, therefore, when they fall in love, he throws a sort of show of spirits for them.
Spirits! It's just me.
But, amongst the fun, Prospero is reminded of those who have wronged him and has to decide between revenge and celebration. He considers the end of his time here on the island and perhaps even the end of his life.
We're coming towards the close of the play, just as Shakespeare was coming towards the close of his life. Perhaps he had premonitions about it, perhaps he didn't. But as the Tempest progresses, we see a different tone starting to emerge. In this scene, Prospero starts to have some realizations. We've just had a lot of fun, we've had some spirits, we've had a pageant, we've had some romantic comedy. And now a new color emerges. So let's just read it and see what happens, and then we'll move on from there.
I had forgot that foul conspiracy against my life. The minute of their plot is almost coming. Well done! Avoid it! No more!
This is strange. Your father's in some passion that works him strongly.
Never till this day saw I him touched with anger so distempered.
You do look, my son, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. Our revels now are ended. These are actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, ye all which it inherit shall dissolve. And like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Sir, I am vexed. Bear with my weakness, my brain is troubled. Be not disturbed with my infirmity. If you be pleased, retire into my cell and there repose. A turn or two I'll walk to still my beating mind.
We wish you peace.
Great, great, great.
It's really playing against what they're saying. I mean, I was really playing against what they were saying. So
Yeah.
there was a break in sense for me, but
that's awesome. That's going to give us a big jumping off point. So before we started, we were talking about how to get into this a little bit, and we were playing with some options. What's going on in this monologue for you?
The way I was playing it was enough of all this nonsense. I'm not going to be mad anymore. It's all, we got to get down to business. We got to get this chapter closed off. We got to get out of here.
Yeah.
That's what I was playing.
Nice.
And you've got to get up. You're going to need a nap because there's going to be a wedding.
Yes.
You're going to need a little repose.
And I love the way you're talking about this because I think that's so important. Is there one way to do a speech? Are there two ways to do a speech?
There are several ways to do
There's infinite number of ways to do a speech. And so it depends on what? The storytelling, it depends on what that actor needs to communicate, it depends on the concept and the interpretation of the play as a whole. So, we went through it one way. Is there a different way that you would like to tackle this?
Let's see.
Great. Is there a way you'd like to start, or a place you'd like to start?
I'll start at the top.
Great.
I had forgot that foul conspiracy against my life. The minute of their plot has almost come. Well done! Avoid! No more!
This is strange. Your father's in some passion that works him strongly.
Never till this day saw I him touched with anger so distempered.
You do look, my son, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. Our revels now are ended. These are actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, and ye all which it inherit shall dissolve, and like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. We're such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Sir, I am vexed. Bear with my weakness. My brain is troubled. Be not disturbed with my infirmity. If you be pleased, retire into my cell and there repose. A turn or two I'll walk to still my beating mind.
We wish you peace.
So different. So different, right? What was the thread for you that time?
I'm losing my mind
Yes.
with anger.
Yes.
And I can't, this has the job's gotta get done.
Yes.
Yes, and I love that, and I want to bring that out because sometimes when we're approaching something for the very first time, if we're beginning actors, we might say, I think I'm supposed to yell this speech. I think I'm supposed to cry here. What Kevin just said is it's based in everything we've talked about. It's such a beautiful summation. He talked about what? Given circumstances. He talked about what he needs to do, his objective. He talked about using the context and the relationships in order to motivate what he did. So that famous line, we are such stuff as dreams are made on, it was said in two different ways, because everything is precious and at the same time nothing is. Because it's based in action, it's based on his interpretation, what he's doing. And so it becomes something brand new every time.
Every time you do something, make a choice and pursue it, and then you make another choice that may be in a completely different direction and pursue it, and then you make all of those colors layer in.
Yes.
And they don't go away even when you make the decision to privilege a particular choice or set of choices. So this is a way of rehearsing that is, and this is great for you kids at home or at school. A way of rehearsing that gets you away from repetition, from simple repetition, and gets you away from trying to do it right.
Yes.
Because there's no right. And keeping it fresh for yourself.
Did you see how Kevin just made a choice? Said, I'm just going to do this.
I had forgot that foul conspiracy against my life. The minute of their plot is almost ended, is almost come. Well done! Avoid! No more.
This is strange. Your father's in some passion that works him strongly.
Never till this day saw I him touched with anger so distempered.
You do look, my son, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. Our revels now are ended. These are actors, as I foretold you, we're all spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, ye all which it inherit, shall dissolve. And like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Sir, I am vexed. Bear with my weakness. My brain is troubled. Be not disturbed with my infirmity. If you be pleased, retire into my cell and there repose. turn or two I'll walk to still my beating mind.
We
Wish you peace.